you know how I closed my eyes before? Can you just
Yeah.
close your eyes for a second?
Yeah.
All right. Because I just need to get ready for something here. Yeah. So open your eyes.
Oh. You have to stop. You have to stop because I'm going to die. I think you need to take some time off the internet because that's making me feel a bit upset.
Welcome to the Toni and Ryan podcast. My name is Ryan. This is Dr. Author, best-selling Dr. Author Toni Lodge.
Hello.
We are calling now. We're going to out this person.
Who are we outing?
Mermaid Goddess is their name in Patreon, and you see their name pop up along the screen.
Yeah.
In Patreon, let's just call Mermaid Goddess and see how we go.
Let's call them Mermaid Goddess.
Mermaid Goddess in Baltimore.
Hello.
Mermaid Goddess. It is Toni and Ryan. How are you?
Well, hello. I'm good. How are you guys?
We're well.
We didn't know if we were allowed to use your original name or if Mermaid Goddess was in fact your legal name.
On your passport.
My God-given name or my fun name? I don't know.
Yeah, I'd go
the
with fun
God-given
name.
name is Mermaid Goddess, but
Yeah.
well, the
That's
fun
who
name
you
is
are.
the fun name's only Kenny. I think Mermaid Goddess, my Christian name, is the one we should do.
Okay. Well, Kenny, before we get into approving today's episode, I just want to hear, I believe your very fabulous, very gay uncle is a victim of medical comedy. Are you able to share that with us?
Years ago, he was getting a prostate exam.
I just don't know where this is going, but already. Sorry, Mermaid Goddess, continue.
The moment came for him to pull down his pants and bend over and everything. And when the doctor gloves up, my uncle says to him, "Now, Doc, when you go in, make sure you use 2 fingers because I want that second opinion."
You can't see it, Mermaid Goddess, but Tony's face is shooketh.
Oh, please tell me the doctor fucking, not going to say gave him something, but crickets. Oh.
Nothing.
Absolute cricket. I'm like, that's a masterpiece.
That is very funny.
That is good.
The second
That is
opinion,
good.
that's very good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Imagine if it was actually like really bad news and the doctor's like, "Oh, I'm sorry to tell you, fabulous gay uncle, but you actually have prostate cancer." And this guy also agrees.
Yeah. And the second opinion confirms.
Both my pointer and my middle finger agree.
Today's going to be a great episode. Mermaid Goddess / Kenny, will you approve today's podcast?
It would be an honor and a privilege. Absolutely.
And let me tell you, we don't need a second opinion. We're all good.
Hi, this is the Mermaid Goddess, and I approve this podcast.
All right, coming up today, 99% of innovation and technology is great, but there's 1% where I don't like it. It's gone too far, and I think other people will also have the heebie-jeebies when I tell you what's possible.
Sorry, I was about to make a comment about like the 1%. Have you ever watched the 1% Club, that TV show? It's so good.
No.
It's like a game show.
I thought you meant the 1% like Occupy Wall Street and like
Nah. So it's
you
like
being in the 1%.
well, no, that's a
Yeah.
separate conversation. Different YouTube video.
Yeah.
No, there's like 100 people sitting there and it's kind of like, 99% of people in the world would get this question right, or from the people that they surveyed.
Yeah.
And then it goes like the 75% question, the 50% question, and it's like 1% of people we surveyed got this question correct. And if you get all the way through to the 1% question,
You're in the 1%.
You're in the 1%, but you win the money.
Oh, and what did you get up to?
Well, I've gotten up to 1% a few times, except I can recognize that doing it on your couch is different to like the pressure of being in
with
the studio.
chase, I've won
and
millions of dollars on the chase.
Same,
Yeah.
but it's different when you're there and you're nervous
Yep.
because you're in a weird environment.
Yep.
So I can ignore, like you go, it's obviously this, but you go, no, when there's pressure and there's money on the line. There's no money on the line for me because
Yeah.
I'm sitting at home like eating my fucking reheated lasagna.
Does anyone else, if they're
Fuck, that sounds like a great night.
the perfect evening, what are you
Leftover-
doing tonight? Big weekend ahead at the lodges.
Leftover food is great. And because it tastes better, but also it means that you haven't had to fucking cook. It means that the cooking happened like yesterday or the day before and you're just like, oh, remember that sucker that had to cook this?
So one thing that I like to do is to minimize me doing the dishwasher and stacking and unstacking. So if you have leftovers, will you just leave it on the plate that you had it on originally and then use the same plate the next day?
Yeah.
Or if you put it into a container, just eat it out of the
container. Tupperware.
Yeah,
100%.
Great. You're in 1%. It's fucking smart shit.
Well, come on. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I don't have time to be stacking and unstacking.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a poor man's game.
Yeah. Well, what happens coming up is anyone.
What happens are coming up?
I was going to say.
What happens are coming up?
I was going to say there's a 1% chance you're Italian.
With a name like Toni, I reckon it might be higher than that.
That is true.
A lot of people, have I told you that a lot of people, especially recently, have been like, is your name Antoinette or like Antonia?
Really?
I've gotten it most of my life, but recently I've had like a few typers reach out and be like, oh, is your name actually like Antoinette?
Is it because of your Italian heritage?
Yes.
That's so clear.
Yeah, I'm a culturally rich woman.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this innovation, you don't need to be smart to use it.
Oh, I mean, that's all me.
This would be the 100% club.
The 100% club.
Yep.
I love it.
All right, that's coming up today.
Well, I think this might be the 100% club as well because point me to a person that hasn't experienced this. Fighting at the shops. I want to talk about something that we've all definitely experienced, whether it's with like your parents, your siblings, a housemate, a friend, someone you're in a relationship with, your wife, like an enemy. Fighting in the shops is like a different type of argument.
Yeah.
And this is 100% being Torbs and I. Like, do not get me fucking wrong.
Is it a self-awareness thing?
Well, I think that maybe a little bit, but I think that the main thing is that like it's not really a real fight. However, a bit like the TV show thing, there's a bit of pressure. Maybe it's really busy. Maybe you're like a bit stressed from a long day or like one of the worst ones, like you've been at like a family thing and you realize you've got to go to the shop on the way home and you go, I'm running on empty and like the last thing that I could need right now is to like go and get a loaf of bread and like think about tomorrow. I just need you to get me home, get me the fucking reheated lasagna and put me in front of the TV.
Now, I don't know where you're going with this, but if you've been at a family thing on a Sunday afternoon, you're on your way home and partner goes, we have to go to the supermarket. And then when you're at the supermarket, like you said, you're running on empty and they go, actually, I've been meaning to talk.
It's not the time. No,
it's not.
And this is exactly the same. Your tether and your fuse is fucking minuscule by the time you walk into that fucking supermarket. And I can see you're having a very, very like fucking primal reaction to this.
My body is not coping.
And it's like, you know, you're not you when you're hungry. You're not you when you're at the shops. Like it's not you. Okay. So maybe you've like fucking come from that thing. Maybe you're shopping for a little like hungover breakfast and like it's just the last thing you want to do. Here's the scenario though. I want you to close your eyes. Everybody listening, you, Ryan, Sophie as well. I need everybody to really think about this. You're in the shop. You're shopping for a little hungover breakfast. Okay. And you're thinking like, oh, yeah, like, oh, do we want bread, maybe a little bit of chorizo, some eggs or whatever. And you've grabbed your eggs and you're like, oh, I'm going to go get some more shit.
Fuck yeah.
You overhear a couple in the shops in an obvious shop fight.
Oh.
You overhear the stinky little comments, a little snipey remark, a little fucking, well, it's not on the list. Or, well, how would you know? You didn't bring the fucking list with you.
Am I still supposed to be close?
Oh, they can be. Okay. I'm kind of enjoying that you and Sophie both took it very literally and your eyes are both actually very close.
I'm here to serve. I just would be embarrassing if you like didn't want my eyes closed.
Or if I had a prop or something that you weren't seeing.
Sat here on a YouTube episode with my eyes closed the whole time.
No, absolutely love it.
I was just like a throwaway line actually. But
everybody that's watching on YouTube, have your fucking eyes open because I think the algorithm knows if your eyes are shut.
Okay.
You hear one last huff and puff.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just get some eggs and get the fuck out of here. And then maybe one of the partners goes, where are the eggs? then the other partner goes, why the fuck would I know where the eggs are? They're always in a different fucking spot. Every fucking supermarket you go to, they're either in the fridge, the fucking aisle. No one ever knows where the fucking eggs are.
I originally was like kind of hearing this couple being like, oh, what's going on there? But now what I'm thinking is what's going on with fucking supermarkets and getting their fucking egg situation right, because I could not agree with that bitch more. Tell me if I can open my eyes yet.
Okay, you can open your eyes. The eggs are a different situation that we can touch on next week.
Is that not where you're going today?
No, that's not where I'm going.
Because I'm fucking barred up and I'm ready to punch on about eggs.
I know, but...
I need to close my eyes again. Take a moment.
Okay, just take a little, maybe a sip of one of your 8 drinks.
Yeah.
Now, you'll remember from the beginning of the scenario that I said you'd already picked some eggs up. So you know where the eggs are.
They're in my hand.
Stop the simulation. What do?
You throw the eggs at your wife.
No. You're overhearing this, but you've already picked eggs up, so you know where they are.
Hang on. So I'm observing the fight.
You're overhearing this fight. You're overhearing the snipping and snapping.
Do you insert yourself into this fight because you know where the eggs are?
What would you do? Ryan, Jonathan Dunn, tell me right now, what in this situation would you do? Because it's like none of your business, right? Or is it? Have they made it your business?
Okay. I wouldn't directly get in there.
Oh.
Because I don't have a dog in this fight.
Yes.
Lord knows I got my own problems.
Yeah, totally.
I got my own problems.
I'm not taking that
I
up.
got my own problems. What I would do, though, is would try to mention to my wife, who I was there with, perhaps.
Yep.
And bring the eggs up in the conversation and kind of let them accidentally overhear it.
Okay. So you're going for like a bit of a left of field, like, oh, God, these eggs are good that we got from aisle 3, not in the fridge in this particular Woolworths.
Yeah, Tony, remember when we were in aisle 3 a minute ago getting eggs and you said that funny thing? Geez, that was a good memory from aisle 3.
Yeah, that was excellent. Then we walk away and we have a great day. All right, so that's what you would do. What do you think that my partner Torbs did?
Torbs?
I wasn't there. I've heard this is a secondhand recount. What do you think my tall, handsome,
Torb's a pretty quiet
beautiful,
guy. Quiet guy. I would have thought he would have just
mind his own business, mind your P's and Q's and fuck off.
Wow. I can't imagine him doing anything else but just being quiet and leaving.
He went over to them.
Oh, Torbenstein.
And he goes, they're in aisle 3.
Is he being called as a witness in the divorce court? Or like where the fuck?
He's dead in the car park.
Yeah. Did he come home that day? yeah.
He comes home, right, and he goes, God, and hasn't that been us? I told him where they were and I went, that's not your job.
Yeah, nah.
You can't do that.
That is huge from Torbs. Fuck.
I said, you've let them know that you could hear them and they're probably so embarrassed because what began as hushed tones of, I don't know where the eggs
because you're trying to delay the fight.
Yes.
We'll fucking talk about it fucking later. I don't want to have this chat in front of everyone else here at Coles. Let's for the fucking...
It's delay the fight 100%. And to let them know that they have like peeked back the curtain. They've broken the fourth wall. Everybody's seeing and hearing the fight. Imagine then this beautiful, tall, handsome, gentle giant walks over with a carton of eggs who's hungover as fuck and he's like, yeah, man, the eggs are over there. I'm going to save both of you from this because this has been my partner and I. Can you believe that?
That is crazy. I don't know how to describe what I'm thinking.
Lay it on me. Do you need me to close my eyes?
No, quite the opposite. This is crazy. We are on YouTube today and you can describe it for those listening. I actually need to draw a graph to describe this. Oh, is that okay?
An unprecedented third graph.
Actually, can I draw a graph?
Yes, absolutely. Sophie's going to get you a big piece of paper.
No, man, it's as if I went to Kmart yesterday.
Oh, we've actually shopped for this in advance. We didn't have an argument in the shop while we were there. We were actually there at the same time, but didn't go together. All right, Ryan's drawing a graph. Oh, it's a quadruple graph.
Quadrants.
How embarrassing. Wish I had something to do.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. All right, we've got a graph. We're ready to go.
Okay, so on one axis, we have embarrassed, yes or no.
Yep.
And on the other, we have know where eggs are, yes or no.
Oh.
So my question is, Torbs brings it up. Are you embarrassed because you suddenly realize someone else heard you fight?
Yep.
Yes. But do you now know where the eggs are?
Yes.
So is this quadrant better than not knowing where the eggs are but not being embarrassed?
Or the worst one,
Yeah, so
not knowing where the eggs are and being embarrassed.
So that's where you don't want to be.
Yeah, no, that's a terrible option.
Here, knowing where eggs are, not embarrassed, is obviously gold mine.
But also not
unrealistic,
possible.
not
Yeah.
realistic. So here's where you want to be.
Yeah.
Here's where Torbs will lead you.
Yeah.
Here is where you are.
Yeah. At the cost of being embarrassed to know where the eggs are. I think that, and that's beautiful work
Is
from
that
you, by the way.
beautiful work from me?
Yeah.
So your strategy would have led them to top left.
Yeah, because I would have let them know where the eggs are without the embarrassment.
Nah, I think that I would be more embarrassed that someone just went, oh, aren't the eggs looking good in aisle 3 today? I'd be like, or also, are you so engulfed in the shop fight
Yeah, you don't care.
that you don't hear that? Because you're just thinking about how much you hate your
But
fucking wife at that point.
You don't hear the logistics of it. You just hear aisle 3 and off you go because you're just in the moment and you just get the eggs passive
I don't
aggressively.
even know if you hear it, to be honest. I think that what Torbs has done is very brave but very risky. And I mean, if that couple are listening now, I really hope that you got your eggs and you're doing wonderfully.
And then after,
I don't think it's possible, but I hope that it's the truth.
45 minutes later, they're at their wits' ends.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they finally find the eggs. And then do you reckon the guy goes, how do you like your eggs in the morning?
Fertilized. That's so
Probably not the time.
probably not the time.
This is not just any mermaid goddess, but the mermaid goddess, and you're listening to Toni and Ryan.
A massive shout out to a few of our champion tappers over at our Patreon. Taylor B, good on you, Taylor. Amy Bolahala, D, Eliza Alomas, and Panda. Good on you. Thank you very much.
Panda.
And every person, every tier of Patreon is currently rolling across the bottom of the screen in that yellow little ticker tape parade.
Yep.
If you haven't seen your name yet, it's because there's quite a lot of people. It takes many very long hours to get through everybody. So your name's coming, I promise.
It's coming. Also, the last chance to vote for us in the Australian Podcast Awards, I believe. So get on in there. Click vote. It's the link in our bio. You get like a confirmation email. You have to confirm it's annoying, but we'll love you forever.
Yeah.
Thank you, please, and thank you.
Thank you.
Now, I've said this to you, Toni. I've said this to Sophie, but I want to say it out loud, is that I actually feel deeply uncomfortable when I witness someone working in a Google Doc that's a shared document.
Oh,
and
it's
I
like
can see
watching
them working.
someone get undressed.
I have said that in the past, and I stand by that.
Yeah. Because it's not ready yet.
It's not ready. So when I type, I don't know if you've seen me type in a shared document, but like I'm doing stuff in the wrong order. It looks really messy and I need time to like dress it up.
Fix it up
before it's ready for the world to see. And the fact that you're seeing my undressed up work, it is naked.
Yeah.
It feels very uncomfortable.
Yeah. It's like when you cook for someone and then you go, oh, it's not my best.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter what you've made, doesn't matter what it is, doesn't matter how technically difficult it was. Oh, it's not my best. I'm so sorry.
Good cup of tea from you though.
Oh, it's not my best.
And no, I actually think it is your best.
It actually is really good.
good.
I put some honey in mine and I wish I'd done it for yours as well.
Toni gets us both a cup of tea and goes, I decided to put honey in it. And I go, oh, that'll be nice. She goes, oh, not yours.
Well, you don't like how I make a cup of tea because I was so no. Calm down. Because I do the cold water in mine.
Yeah.
So I just leave yours as is because I know you like it
Thank you.
hot with the bag in. I like it cold with the bag out.
Oh, the bag in is the decision with this type of tea, but okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you're a bag in guy.
This is not fetcher.
Oh, I'm
Just
so
wait till
sorry.
we get home. But I think the innovation of seeing someone in a Google Doc is like it's maybe a bridge too far for me, but
I think we have to honor the fact that the only time you should watch someone work in a Google Doc is if they're like sharing their screen or you're all working on something, like collaborating on something together.
Yep.
But if you click into a Google Doc and there's people tapping around, you exit that tab and you wait your turn.
I agree.
I think it's an honor system.
So last week, the three of us were in town, and I get there first because I don't live near these two guys.
Yeah.
You guys live close together.
Yeah.
And so I get into town, and Sophie sends me a link and says, "Here,
Oh no.
Toni and I are in an Uber together." And it's like this, this invention where you can send a link and it's like you can track our progress. Like we can see where we're going.
Oh.
And I actually said to Sophie, I appreciated when you said, just leaving now. We'll probably be there in 25 minutes. I go, great.
So for people that aren't Ryan, we shared the Uber like you can live share your location. You're like saying like this is this crazy thing.
It's crazy out there.
Mine's automatically set up and it says share this with Alex, and it sends Torbs a link immediately as soon as I get into an Uber.
I'm actually going to need you to, how I closed my eyes before. Can you just close your eyes for a second?
Yeah.
All right. Because I just need to get ready for something here. Speaking of which, do you know that TV show You?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Oh no, Penn Badgley.
Yeah. So open your eyes. So I get this thing, and it's like, here is my exact location, and I went, It's
too much.
It's too much.
It's too much information.
Because I
You look actually quite good. I like a bad boy, and this is doing it for me.
I am actually a bad boy.
Where'd you get that hat from?
I bought it yesterday on the work card.
It's quite cool. Did you get that from Lids in
that,
Northland?
Is that the one across from
Near the JD Sport?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
It's like a skateboard shop?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
See, I'm fucking cool. I know what Lids is.
Bad girl.
You know, the only time I've ever been to Lids was actually in Chicago.
Do you know what's not cool though? Because you're in Lids, they are cool dudes.
Oh yeah,
they're fucking cool dudes.
Yeah.
And I get in there and I'm just looking for a nonchalant hat so I can look like the guy.
Yeah.
Joe. Is his name Joe?
Joe, yeah.
And they go, there's like every fucking sports team in the world.
Yeah.
And they go, who do you support? And I didn't want to say a Netflix show for a cheap gag on a podcast tomorrow.
You're like, you don't just have a black one, do you?
And so I'm kind of like, I'm just looking for something like nonchalant, nondescript.
Yeah.
And I think I like that one up there. And I couldn't reach it.
Oh.
So the guy has to come down with like a steel rod and like kind of
Those hand grabber things.
yeah, and then I'm
gonna be sick.
And with the hand grabber, he reaches up and like the hand like grabs it and he goes that one, and I no, it's two across, and because it's just like a black hat, and I go the black one, and of course the black one, there's the black Red Sox, there's the black New York Yankees, there's 57 different black
You
hats.
have to stop. You have to stop because I'm going to die.
I'm so embarrassed.
No, two left. It was like playing a skill tester with someone else's arm, which is actually just what a skill tester is.
But he's cool as fuck.
But he's a cool guy.
Not a robot.
Yeah, and also just didn't really give a fuck, you know?
Oh, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
Nah, he's not making commission. He's
No.
getting paid by the hour.
Yeah.
He doesn't care if you buy a hat or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was no one in the store, and I think he liked it that way.
Oh, shit.
Fuck, I'm not going back. Well, I'm actually not going back there anyway. So.
I don't think they'll let you in anyway. But yeah,
Well, how
okay.
do they know it was me with this hat on, though?
Yeah. So you've got the link.
So I go...
You knew our ETA.
I'm expecting them in 35 minutes. And so I actually left a little present for you guys at the door. Remember
Yes,
the sign?
it
I
was
made a
very
little
cute.
sign. I was like, Toni and Sophie, enter here. And I was like, oh, this would be funny. Because someone had, what do you call them? Like a letterboard?
Yes,
Yeah. And so I was like, I've got 24 and a half minutes to kill because they're only 18.6 kilometers away. So what a fun thing to do. And then I think to myself, when they get here, what a nice surprise for them. And then I went, Joe's got to adjust, man. I'll actually know when they get here. Because I'll see them arrive. And I actually, when Sophie said, here's my ECA, I went, that's actually the limit of information I require, because I don't think I
Now you feel like this.
Now I feel like I'm,
which is shocking.
I'm season 6 of You.
Yeah.
So I could text you and go, oh, while you stopped at the Victoria
Corner of-
Parade
yeah.
intersection and got a minute to kill because those lights are crazy. Have you ever thought about
Those
this?
lights are crazy,
Yeah.
and they don't stay green for very long.
No, they don't. I
And
know.
those trams go bing, 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 and the trams get right of way
Do you know how I know that?
because you saw us sitting there.
Because I've been watching You.
Oh, do you know what? I'm actually going to redeem your terrible character. Oh, great character work. Terrible character.
Yeah.
Because you did that little sign and Sophie kind of said, here's our ETA, sent the link. And then you text back and said, you said, I'm already here. But there's a sign telling you what to do when you, like,
No,
there's
I
some
said,
instructions.
Because you go, how do we get in? And I just said,
No,
and you
no,
know what
no.
I said? You know what I said? I said, you'll know.
No, so we didn't even say, how do we get in? You literally texted and just said, oh, there's a little sign when you get here for what to do. And I was just like, oh, cute. It's obviously like level 3 is the blah or whatever. We walk up to the address and it's a door on the street and Ryan's just sitting in a room by himself. Like you can see him. There's one door and then the sign says Toni and Sophie enter here,
Yeah.
which was so funny.
It says-
I thought it was so hilarious. I've got a photo of it. We'll pop it in the thread and we'll pop it in the thing.
Walk in the glass door where you can see me
Where
in
I
there.
can see you sitting there. And because it's got quite a like back wall is like covered in art, it's quite like
Who did you see? Who did you see in there?
I didn't see you. I saw you. So you didn't like the extra information, is that what you're saying?
I just think we've done a lot of
Too much power.
too much power.
Well,
a lot
I
of
think that-
innovative things we've done in this planet, and I just think that is a
We
bridge too
trusted
far.
you though. Was that the wrong move?
Well, I
Should
think
we not have trusted
a
you?
lot of people trusted Joe.
Two hot young thangs out on the town, Sophie and I. We shouldn't have told you where we were.
Oh.
A lot of people trusted Joe.
No, they didn't. No one did.
Oh, I think the first in season 1 there was a time where they were together.
Yeah.
Basically, he uses the power of internet and technology to track people down, and he stares at them and he says, "You."
But that's not really what
he
happens in the
befriends
show.
them because he's like, "Oh, I found out she's into yoga," and then he goes, "Oh, I'm into yoga," and she goes, "Me too," and he goes, "Oh, well, how crazy?" Not crazy. He's into you.
I think you need to take some time off the internet.
You need to
Think-
take the hat off.
Yeah, can we undo the hat and the collar? Because that's making me feel a bit upset.
Can I redeem myself for my text?
Well, you didn't do anything wrong.
Well, because I was picking Toni up. This is actually maybe quite sweet. I was picking Toni up on the way, so I share the link to let her know where to go.
Yeah.
And you know when you open up share and it comes up with like all your recent things, my chat with you two
with
was
who?
my
First,
most
yeah.
frequent.
Your chat with who?
You.
Sorry, I've actually not pronounced that correctly. Who was it with?
You.
Sorry for making you
And
do
I was like,
that.
oh, Ryan might like to know as
Redacted.
well. Ryan might like to know as well where we are.
All right.
So I thought it was quite cute.
Is the hat coming off?
Please.
Please.
And pop that collar down, you bad boy.
Well, when I don't have
You
the
look
hat.
like Count Von Count from the Little Vampire.
So with the hat, the pop collar is like, oh, he's trying to be disguised. But when I take the hat off, I'm just the fuckhead with the pop collar.
oh, yeah.
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 Let me change the mood, shall I? Everyone knows I'm fucking hilarious, obviously. And often people stop me and go, Ryan, how are you so amazingly funny? And I say, it runs in my family because my family is full of comedians. Have you seen this on Facebook?
I don't know.
My mum is currently in Germany.
Yes. She on the trip of a lifetime. She's been going through everywhere.
Where do I get my comedy from? Here is a photo of my mum eating a Frankfurt in Frankfurt. And
I actually did see this because I'm friends with Mandy on Facebook.
And isn't that just A1 comedy gold?
And the caption she did was like, Frankfurt
Eating
in
a Frankfurt in Frankfurt.
Yeah.
Now, out of all the glorious German food you could have, imagine my mum cruising around looking for a hot dog.
Oh, but I mean, iconic. I would have done the same, Mandy.
But look at the look on her face. She knows
it's
how
cheeky.
funny she is.
Oh, yeah. Also, pretty bold posting yourself eating a risque food on Facebook.
I'd hate for someone to
Photoshop a cock into that.
That's my mum you're talking about. She having a beer at 11 a.m. on a Tuesday?
She's loving it. She's loving it.
So that's my love to see it, is mum just being hilarious, living her best life.
Well, this actually doesn't fall far from that. Wendy Hayes commented that the other day when Toni was making goat noises on the podcast, that Wendy's goat started talking back to me in goat.
Hang on, I'm going to... Hang on. So you're making goat noises.
So I went...
And then Wendy's goat
at
hears
home hears it
and goes, I know that guy.
Yes.
I also speak that language.
Goes, oh, nah, no thanks, I already ate, you know.
Yeah, and he goes, yeah, I just call it cheese as well because we're goats.
Yeah. So I love to see that I can speak another language. That's love you, bye, and goat.
What's Wendy's goat's name?
Dunno. No more goat info.
Wow.
Pretty good though, I think.
I don't think
I'm
business chat.
basically like Harry Potter. Like I can talk to the snakes. And because he didn't know it either, and I can. I'm
Can he
parcel
talk
tongue.
to snakes?
Yeah, yeah.
You are Harry
I'm
Potter.
a parcel tongue, but goatal tongue. Parcel goat.
Question.
When
will you log into the back end of the podcast?
So I'm just translating.
Does that count as an extra listener?
Oh.
Are we cornering the goat market when it comes to podcasts audio on demand?
I hope so.
Welcome to GoatTube.
Maybe we need to.
You goat. Today's episode is on YouTube. And we are cornering the you goat market.
Do you remember when we were in London and we went to the UK?
I think he does it. There's a season from London.
There is, yeah. I think that one of the more recent ones is from there. Yeah.
That's how I was recently there as well.
It's all adding up.
Do you see me? Have you ever seen me and Penn Badgley at the same place at the same time?
You and Badgley. Anthony LaPaglia.
Have you ever seen me, Anthony LaPaglia, and a goat in the same room at the same time? We could all be the same person. I'm Wendy's goat.
Just a couple of kids. Oh.
I just like to thank you for listening and watching today. I really appreciate it.
Especially if you're watching on YouTube. Thank you very much. We absolutely love you. We're back on Monday, maybe. I don't know what's going to happen. Oh.
It's not focused.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to be in focus.
He's not focusing on himself. He's focusing on you. Yeah. I thought that was like the point.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, gosh. Oh, that's fucked. Sophie's pissed. Sophie's pissed on the floor. That is so creepy, Ryan. I'm watching you in the screen. Or am I like a pirate and you're my little bird? You're like the angel and devil. I'm like,
Toni, say something that you might do this weekend.
I might hang out with my friend Ryan.
Oh, you should do it. It sounds fun. No, he's an asshole. Oh, sorry, no one can hear me. I don't have a microphone.
Oh, Ryan did the angel and devil. Love you so much. Thank you for watching. We'll be back on Monday. Leave your comments in the YouTube comment section. We absolutely love fucking seeing them. It's so good. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I promise that Ryan will be back on Monday. It's not going to be this guy again. Do you reckon do you keep the receipt for that hat? We could probably take it back.
I can't go back to that.
Love you. Bye.